Day 67. Women deserve deep reverence. This one's called Woahhmin'z Wayz for all my Laydayz. How can I even begin to introduce the muses who have allowed me to deduce that I can fly, that I will try even harder than I think I might? How can I begin to describe to you the light of the ones who held me up so that I could take flight? Well, all right. It's a tall task, but I'll get on my tippy toes and reach for it and grasp for the adequate words anyway, 'cause that's the name of the game at hand. I got a beautiful plan to rename all the ways they've tried to put bounds and gags and horrible curse words like hags on us. We'll bust that thick glass ceiling with our leopard print boots. We'll dig deep down into our supercharged woman roots and nourish them so that a flourish stems the beautiful mending structure of which you have never seen, unless you happen to dream like these ladies do. Let's reinvent and vastly improve this hullabaloo they call division of the sexes. They try to flex these constraints on us, and we tap right into the nexus of our been there, fought through that flame instinct. And before you can wink condescendingly at us, we've rustled up from some fellow warrior women folk to evoke in us all the combustible gusto we know how to make from bare bones nothing. Don't you see us struttin' with our feathers and our capes, painted faces as we traipse the boundaries you tried to set for us? We're going to have a witchy tussle up and erupt on the scene like you and your fiendish attempt at control never planned for. Some of us are pure glamour. Some glitter princesses, others still are hardcore with our combat boot laces cinched. Some of us primped and corset pinched, but only if we choose to be. Some completely unconcerned if they amuse you, and others all dolled up who want to be held in your view, but still don't need your approval. Some so lavish, some frugal. But we all have this in common. Our elbows, which double as wings, are linked as we sing about how we are so much mightier than you think. Like Molly Brown, baby, we're unsinkable. Most of us, if not all, have been through unthinkable lows. But we still plant our seeds in rows and help each other water that hope. The women who paved the way for us had to cope with such punishing adversity. They were at the mercy of some merciless toads, men with muskets and aggression by the boatload. Droves of them, in fact, all hell-bent on a plan of attack which cemented their authority. They didn't think we'd fight back? Boy, you gotta be kidding me. You think we'd be so feather-soft that we'd be unwittingly thrown off by the likes of such caveman games? You think just 'cause we wear tutus and gold lame, we don't know how to grab onto some reins? Yeah, you may have feigned interest while we were giving the plot away, and nodded your head, not even hearing us say that we're coming for your constructs. We're ready to make a ruckus so rambunctious, 'cause a lot of us are ready to be unstuck, and we're done with your repugnant smugness. Yeah, you just go ahead and shrug at this. You think we're fragile wisps on the breeze? You want to limit us to whore, girl next door, or tease? Yeah, you just wait until we turn this inner force up a couple 100 degrees. Ladies, get ready to seize this opportunity. They can call it lunacy, but baby, that's just worship of the moon. I'll get you walking out the front door singing a brand new tune. Come on, all together, we can break each other out of these cocoons. I'm zooming all the way into this intricate picture, and I know my sisters are tired of the stricture and the horrible stench of inequality. I'm done with these wagging fingers. I'm done with these policies. They want us to smile, jut our chins ever so slightly to the side, glide across the kitchen floor, and present a pure and edible version of things flawlessly. But if your eyes are even halfway open, you've got to be appalled by what you see. We're not there yet, but do not hedge your bets that we can't get there. Do not lower your gazes, and don't you dare flee. We need every single branch on this mama tree. Mothers, maidens, crones, get into the zone. Are you there with me? Yeah, I've been propped up by Dolly, got schooled by Dr. Ruth, almost gave up on everything, then Fiona gave me proof of all my potency. Knew what I wanted to be when I listened to Missy, reading Sylvia strengthened me. Hey, I wanted to be Deanna Troy. Sometimes I even wanted to be a boy. But then Alanis and Debbie gave me permission to be feminine, but nothing close to coy. Cassandra was the queen of darkness, but she brought me so much joy. And Rainbow Bright was more than just a toy. Screw the hoi polloi, that's what Daria taught me. Like Princess Lily facing Lord Darkness, I just knew nothing was gonna stop me. Just like my girl Jane, I'm not about to drop to my knees over a little critique. Like Shirley Chisholm, she wouldn't let the bastards prevent her from speaking the truth on the microphone. And it was Claire as Angela Chase that made me feel less alone. I still call my girls voice to voice on the phone. Yeah, my girls and I still play dress up. We never ever gonna fess up to being a dreadful thing like all the way grown up. Imagination doesn't fit in one tiny lone cup that you only sip from when you're little. You need your wonder, baby, through this maze of endless riddles. They'll belittle you with their fine print and their almighty mints printing cash stashed away in secret vaults for the big boys. We hear clearly over the noise the alarms of imbalance. A measly 82 cents for every one of their dollars. And it ain't 'cause of their superior talents. Come on, gals, we can stay planted firmly on this balance beam. We've got ancient wisdom for every one of their schemes. We just gotta join up on this formidable team rather than succumbing to this popular tactic of being mean to your fellow goddesses, mamas, and queens. End scene, honey. Reset this tableau. We walked uphill this whole way, but there's farther still to go. With your empathy and your Spice Girl platforms in tow, don't you fall in line now. Let's get on with this show. Let's spark this standing O. Let's act on what we know, not some social media post. Let's make a toast with water blessed by Luna. Let's tune into some frequencies that we've been ignoring. If you listen, you'll hear all your women kin imploring you to remove the static and remove your underwires. Set fire to patriarchal archaic limitations. Take vacations into the imagined thoughts of those brazen babes who paved the way centuries ago. Don't let them fade. Give way to the powerful headspace and embrace a time when everything was limitless. Blow a kiss to those past who didn't get the chance to clasp their hands on the same doorknob as any man. And trust that you can, and you will, and you still have many big entrances to make. They cannot shake the fruit from your sacred clutch. Do not lose touch with the fact that this is a root structure, not just a single flimsy line. Skip the photo filters and make this now the time that we all step all the way up to the prime of what we're worth. That we turn our gaze away from the suction screens and towards this our only Mother Earth. From the time of our birth, we are made to doubt our capabilities. Well, shift that mess of gears and reclaim the power of your own personal serenity. You are a whole temple. You don't need to provide amenities to those who enter or gaze in awe. Forget that anyone ever taught you the word flaw. I can guarantee before we edge into the lead, you're gonna drop to the dirt and claw at her. But it will not deter you long. For that very same soil holds the long suffering of others like you who flirted with giving up. And by all the orders of all the elements she's befriended, she will not let you end up in that rut. You gotta cut the tight-wrapped cords of not enough. Girl, you gotta shine your stuff. Some people care too much. I think it's called love. But we ain't gotta be all curtsies and fluttering doves. We gotta fortify, 'cause sometimes you just try to dance a little and you still get shoved. In fact, I just was. But my inner badass gave me a nudge, and I'm certain she's not through dancing. We swirl in expectation, deep judgment, pressure, petticoats, know-it-alls, and confounding romancing before we even know what's hit. I need a lot. I'm a woman. I'm done apologizing about it. And then I just go back to apologizing about it. Presentation, scrutiny, and whole universes trying to feed on our tits. But ladies, this is where the gettin' gets good. We've withstood these constant setbacks and tripwires placed on purpose. But to think the lot of us together can't stir this and turn the tide is just some absurdist lie. This well of swelling, compelling femme force does not even play with running dry. Our fingers will not be pried from this progress. It's not all skipping in the tall grass, my lasses, but we have amassed a movement that's beyond vital and prudent. Be the teacher, be the preacher, be the worshiper and the student. Get tuned in and then tap in even deeper. It's more than prime time, bigger than online, not just curated theater. Take the leap, take the lead, quiet the haters, just shut that gate. I can't relate to people who can't relate. The need to be awake is great. Shake, shake, shake up the old ways. Each of us plays a role and we are bold enough to make it to the cusp. We gotta trust that all this insane, intolerable pain that came before was in store for us because it was digging the well to shell out the water that we have now. Just allow it to pour forth. Face it vulnerably or stoically. That water, that is poetry. Come and go with me, not against me, not behind some opposite fence, stuck in some windowless box. We're alive. Oh, yes, we're thinking the same thoughts. A barricade is just some little apparatus that needs to be unlatched. She honored me. She told me, honey, you are so vast and unmatched. We mustn't give in to being detached. Competition and jealousies are illusions. It speaks so highly to how comfortable people are in their delusion. They want to be diluted. It's their deterrent from waking up. It's staying stuck. It's more than tough luck. It's total avoidance of transformation. That's not to say that to transform is an act of simplicity. She put it wisely when she told me, baby, you are multiplicity upon multiplicity. That doesn't mean it's not a risk for me to enlist my sisters to spark this emergence, to ignore our blisters and bring on a resurgence of dancing and enhancing all the parts of our hearts we thought we had to hide. There will be pitfalls and speed bumps in between the parts where we glide and slide. We have yet to arrive, but I can see the slip and slide that gets us there. We can dare to bare our souls and believe that we can behold the pinnacle. There's no time now to get cynical. We float atop this cylindrical life giver. We have a brand new offering for this lush green mother to deliver. We can express 1,000 words with one glance, be it, don't mess with me, let's find release, or come hither. So many arrows in our femme mystique, far from weak quivers. You don't have to hit the center of your target, just keep aiming, though I know you've been hard hit. I know each and every one of you has hidden and visible scars, but we've come too far to quit. From where I sit, this is one jaw-dropping posse. Come along, all you shy, you fly, you boss, you saucy broads and babes. I'm ready to applaud you all for days and raise this bar already. Stay steady. Make your wings, your shields, your feelers at the ready. I'm shouting it out for all my Alanas and Abbies, my Thelmas and Louises, my Veronicas and Bettys. Enough already with this red tape and flaming hoops. Oh, darlin', these boots were made for a lot more than just walkin'. My gals know what I'm talking about. More ecstatic dancing, more truth on the rooftop shouting, less doubting, less holding each other back. Much, much more. You got this, girl. I know you have the knack. Let's hack the tired old system. Let's reposition our place upon the pages. Let's reclaim the influence of intuitive feminine maidens and sages. Let's make this a century for the ages. We can blaze a new trail. We can dance in the nude and sing and wail and gather tales for our great-great-granddaughters. Let's test this water and splash around and also protect this bounty we found. We hold so much possibility and we mustn't neglect it. We aren't singled out, we're selected. Tap into the might of all women before you and reflect it. All this wisdom within our collective foundation is foretelling of vast growth. Let's change the spelling of a host of old assumptions. Yeah, baby, you better believe I got that gumption. I'm talking Wombinin. Woman. I'm talking Woahhmin. Woman. Yeah, that's IN ending, not MAN. No. IN, like in, like all in, like in this to win and begin anew. I could not have made it this far without the guiding stars I call my sisterly circle of strength. My gratitude stretches on so endlessly, and for all of these ladies I'd go to any length to express it. Goddess blessed, I've had some impressive lights that shone upon my spiral. These remarkable guides brought out my hidden sides, illuminated my bravery, and jazzed up my style. They helped me locate my smile when I'd hidden it and forgotten where. They pushed me to dare more and not choose just one me, but rather to be unfolding, shifting which cards I'm holding artfully. We are the all-night dancers, the chance takers, the makers of giant nets that allow the others to swing out fully on the trapeze, to leap into that magic unknown, undaunted and free, and know that they will be seen and land softly. Make your waves, ladies, and raise your words and wishes. Get so lifted the moon knows where you are. Kick those uncomfortable shoes off. Join me. Let's go. It isn't as far as you fear or think. It is an awakening, and our tired eyes begin to flutter open just in time to behold the beautiful, indescribable brink. Ooh, that was a special one for me. Thank you so much. This is for all my women folk and other feminists. You don't have to be femme to be feminine or a feminist. You get the gist. I am surrounded by such a remarkable, powerful structure of sisters. They have led me to the most magical of experiences and to see the sky and test the water in all new ways. And I am just beyond lucky for that. So get out there, celebrate the women. Yes, Dolly. Yes. Link elbows. Learn to fly. Don't be afraid. Put those peace signs up. Put those pussy hats on. That's right. We can do this together. We're doing it now.